There we go, Elliot. We're live.
Jamie, hello again.
There we go. So look, we were just talking off screen. Then you're more internet famous than me. Apparently, you got your face is cropping up everywhere. But I thought I was famous. Look, today's wrap up, a look back over last week's amazing Accounts Payable Appreciation Week. We're going to go through lots of photos, videos. Elliot's going to chip in with his thoughts for the week and his favourite bits. He's got some really good stories, actually. I'm going to share mine. We're going to look at some of the awards that we've got coming up and loads of thank yous and shout outs. But the most important part, we're going to start sharing a few videos. So, Elliot, for our audience, as a reminder, I know you're internet famous now. Just remind everybody who you are, what organisation you work for, please.
Yeah, hi, everybody. I'm the Agile Docs Director at Agilico. I'll go through it quickly again for what must be the third or fourth time. Never mind talking about the business. Very proud about where I work. We are a workplace technology provider. 3 core streams. One being managed print services. Second one being IT and tech, which we have our own proprietary telephony platform. And finally, my own one, which is our Docs division, which is our software and consultancy arm.
Perfect. Thank you. And in terms of, this is the first time you've joined us as a partner, and also you joined us during a busy time, a busy week. We joke actually that we turn the world blue. That's what we say, Elliot. We say, look, we turn the world blue. Look, you've got a story. This weekend, you were so enthused. You were so engaged with the whole AP week. What have you done this weekend, Elliot? Go on, tell everybody.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And thanks for embarrassing me, Jamie. Obviously, I got my blue T-shirt on as well, so I wanted to come prepared to this. But also, yeah, this is such a fantastic week. We've been an honour to be the headline sponsor of it and the forum on Tuesday as well. It's obviously rubbed off on me in a more sort of underlying way. I ended up painting my garden fence blue this weekend. And I feel like I'm now going to have to take a photo of it just to evidence it. But it's I don't know where it came from, but it's all done now.
Oh wow, okay. So look, again, there's a few people in the chat saying they can't hear anything. I'm not sure why that is, because I can hear you, you can hear me. So we'll carry on. The recording will be available if you can't hear us, but I think people can hear us. I think there's maybe it's just an internet problem their end. So as long as you can hear me and I can hear you, Elliot, we'll carry on. So look, let's have a quick rundown and a look over what happened during Accounts Payable Appreciation Week. We kicked off on the Monday with our first live webinar. So we went live lunchtime. You joined us, so you're internet famous straight one. And we started to look at what was going on in the world of accounts payable. We sort of give it a bit of a shape for the week. We then had a sort of, if you like, a masterclass in the afternoon, which was again phenomenal. We had the wonderful Mary Schaefer, and Mary joined with her colleague Lynn Larson, and we were talking about all things sort of payments related. So we were talking about fraud, we were talking about payments, and again, the issue that we face around payments, as you'll probably know, Elliot, is accounts payable effectively own the crown jewels. They look after all the payments. Hardest working team in businesses, let alone finance. And the challenge they face sometimes can be around fraud. So we discussed that. We went into a little bit about fraud, exceptional session. Thank you to both Mary and Lynn. Tuesday, after we got bombarded, and I think off camera you were saying, Elliot, that I did pre-warn you about the baking of the cakes, and I did explain that the photos and the videos, I don't know, how many cakes did you count? 100 in my opinion.
I'm not sure you hyped it up enough, to be honest, Jamie. I was expecting a number of them. I think every other post was a cake related, if not everyone. I saw one with a dog just about to get stuck into one as well. It was absolutely brilliant.
And do you know what? The one of our marketing young ladies, Bryony, she wanted mascots, so she said dress a dog up. So I was worried about our animal cruelty, but actually, when you saw the photos of them dressed up in the blue T-shirts with the AP logos, even myself, who I am a dog lover, my wife won't believe it, but I am a dog lover. They were phenomenal. So cake baking, games. So come Monday, the internet really did go blue. It was just phenomenal. Lots and lots of everything was blue. Come Tuesday, we went to the forum, and Elliot and the team at Agilico not only were headline sponsors for us for the entire week, you were headline sponsors of the forum. And I don't know, but it was a phenomenal day. It really was. 150 people in a room, all sharing stories. The format really worked. It was a very engaging format. We joked it was like the Jeremy Kyle show, but without the fighting. But ultimately, I think the idea that we had panels of experts, but who were engaging with the audience, it was absolutely phenomenal. And I know that one of your colleagues, Steve, joined us one of the panels and also did a lunch and learn during the day. But any takeaways from you, Elliot, on the day? Because I would say this, it was great. But from yourself, what did you enjoy from the day?
No, I think looking at it from a different angle, neither being part of the sort of the direct APA or a delegate. So I guess from the partner perspective, I thought it was brilliant. I think I said before on the Monday, I've always been impressed with the engagement that we've seen from the delegates and the members. I mean, they're very knowledgeable people out there, very passionate about their department and what they do, which is great. I thought the format worked really well from a point of view of the bucket chairs and the information that was shared. You're right, there was no fights, which was brilliant. Everybody got to kind of chip in as well. There's a lot of participation from the crowd, which is amazing. I think the only disappointing thing that I could pick up from was I didn't remember to pick up an I Love Accounts Payable cup off of your stand outside in the foyer.
Do you know what, Elliot? And they are, I promise you, anybody who's watching, there's lots of people commenting, I can see them. They know that, even on eBay or any of the sites, you can't get them for love nor money. They're worth God. And I'll tell you what I'll do, Elliot, because you were such a great partner for us during the week. I'll see whether I can sort you one out.
Oh, that's perfect. I was going to go and catch Mike on it, but if you can sort me out, Jeremy, that'd be great.
That's just between you and I and the hundreds of people watching. For me, again, I know, and I'll ask you this in a second, but the day itself, I just wanted to do a few thank yous on the forum itself. It was a new format. We really opened up the collaboration part. So we talked more around accounts payable, procure to pay, how we can collaborate. And going through the panels, I just wanted to do a shout out to all the panelists. So panel one was opened by the wonderful Phil Spence, who did a brilliant job. It's always the challenge, isn't it? It's always like doing your first out the gate. So Phil, panel number one, was hosting all around current state of affairs, what's going on. Great host. He was joined by Rachel Long. You're going to tell me a story about Rachel in a second, so I'll ask you about that. Remind me about that one, Elliot. Rachel Long, the wonderful Dan Weston from one of our partners, Esker, and Rob Tuckwell, who joined that panel. And that was from Barclaycard, again, exceptional. And I can see Rachel Long's just joined here. So we'll jump on her story in a second, Elliot. You can tell me how competitive she is. So that was the first panel. It was exceptional. Loads and loads of engagement from the audience. Panel two, headed up by Max Kent, who from an organization called PSL, who's a procurement guy. So he ran that panel. It was all about the technologies. And again, this is where your colleague, Steve Rhodes joined, and it was all about not only the tech of today, but the tech of the future. Are we positioned right? Really interactive conversation, lots of learnings. That panel also had the great Baz Durrani from LRQA, also Jethro Elvin from Basware. So again, that panel itself, one of the things we did throughout the days, we made lots of whiteboard notes. We had lots of people going round, so we were making notes throughout the day and the sort of for the week, so we could then pass it back to our members. Panel three, Rebecca Howard, who's head of supplier relationships at Coventry Building Society, did an amazing job, as she always does. That session was all around the futures. How can we sort of collaborate more? What's the future of AP and P2P? An amazing job. Joanne Ferris joined that panel also, who was exceptional, and Chelsea Adrian from our other partner Use. Great panel. Panel four, which was towards the back end of the day, Kat Moy. So Kat came on and told lots of jokes, but she really got engaged with the audience. She was phenomenal again. Tom Bailey from Ricardo Group, he joined and gave us an overview of recruitment and the wonderful world of accounts payable recruitment more so. Nesh Bogle and Gillian Seath were also on the panels, and they were great. Gillian always beats herself up and she says, I don't want to go on panels, but then you put her on panels, she's exceptional. So Gillian, I can see her in the comments as well. You were brilliant, Gillian, as always. And Nesh, she was new to our community. She's head of transactional finance for RICS. So again, phenomenal. Everybody was slightly worried at the beginning of the day. At the end of the day, I don't know about you, Elliot, but everyone was telling me, we want to do it again. Let's go again. We loved it.
You get a buzz for it, don't you? I think once you've got up and presented in any form, it's the endorphins kick in and you want to go again.
It was exceptional, and again, a couple of other shout outs for the day as well, which I'll shout out to our sponsors in a second. But Judy Hart run a session from our partners over at IIE. That was exceptional. That was all about sort of finding the inner lion in yourself, or lioness, whichever you want to call it. It was a great session where we sort of wrapped up all the 4 panels. We went out to small groups. We sort of whiteboard, if you like, all our thoughts, and a great comments coming back, looking at the thoughts around what people really felt. There was 3 questions we were asked, and the final question that Judy asked was, what's stopping you, what's holding you back? And I think everybody in the session on the day just sort of commented it was about self-belief. It was really, you can have all the systems, all the processes, all the great things in it. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't really want to go and achieve that, then there's your blocker. So I think it was a great session. And then we also were joined by a friend and colleague of mine, a guy called Daniel Keynes. Daniel did, I think, a great job. Lovely story. Very handsome young man. I think there was lots of fans, let's say, in the audience. But Daniel told his story, from being a world and indoor world champion, 400-meter champion. He's Olympic champion, and his overriding story really left the day really nicely around that perception versus reality. And I know, Elliot, that they're the hardest working bunch of people in the world, the accounts payable, but they don't always get the sort of the kudos and the pats on the back they deserve. Actually, sometimes we've got to look at that ourselves. So the perception versus reality, I thought was really great. And then, let's go back to this story, because I've got Rachel sitting in. I can see she's watching. Somebody told me she was quite competitive, let's to say. So tell me the story of what competitive means in our world, please, Elliot.
I don't know who told you that, but I'll tell you my story, Jamie. So as you well know, on the forum, we brought our own whack-a-mole game, and if the people that kind of either don't know what that is or can't remember it, simple concept. It's a board of little moles that pop up and pop down as you hit them, and every time they pop up, you have to hit them back down. We've got a lot of people coming over to have a game. Some just wanted to come and relive their youth. Some were very competitive for the prizes that we were giving away. Certain individual came over and asked for a second prize because they didn't win the first prize, which of course the lovely supplier that we are, we absolutely did for them. But hoping to see them at the next one. We will be bringing it again. And I will say, even though we had a fantastic top score of, I think it was 87, 97 is the world record on it at the moment. So we want to see that. We want to see that beaten next time. But yeah, fantastic work to Rachel and Andrea, who scooped the winnings from the same company.
There you go. Well, yeah, so it wasn't a fix, honest. But again, look, they're only 10 points away from the world record. So I'm not going to put you on the spot, Elliot. So what this means is you've definitely got to bring that back to one of our events, whether it's the conference that we'll talk about later or whatever. But yes, knowing our audience as I do, there's plenty of people on here watching this. They'll now know the benchmark, if you like. They'll be clearly going out onto eBay or whatever, buying the game, and no doubt coming along to just not even to talk about Agilico, the great job you do, just to see if they can win that prize. So you heard it here first. So one of the things you did mention, actually, which I'll pop on the screen here, during the day you were running a competition, which was amazing, but you didn't get the chance to give away the top prize, which was a £200 voucher, I think. So just tell us a little bit more about that, Elliot.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, unfortunately on the day we didn't manage to. So we've still got this £200 experience voucher that we're desperate to give away to the right person. So for anybody listening, anybody that was there, and anybody that actually joins and looks at this video either now live or later as they're reviewing it, please do come and sign up for a demonstration with us. The link's on the page there. We'll put it in the APA hub as well. And for anybody that attends that particular session, you'll go into a hat for a £200 experience voucher. So hopefully look forward to seeing you on there as well.
Lovely, thank you. So there you go. So it's the gift that keeps giving. So, we thought we'd finish the week, but we've still got gifts going anyway. So if you get a chance to say, be in the link below, you've got that on the replay as well. So, yeah, lots of people talking about the whack-a-mole now. Look, they're going crazy. I'm bringing some of these.
Got a hashtag now I can see in the chat.
It's hashtag
there you go.
Oh, my God, there you go. So Gemma's, see, I told you they're competitive. They're even starting their own games now. You have to, I don't know, USP or something. I don't know. So we'll license this out. So look, one of the things I wanted to do today, Elliot, was because we had such a great day on the Tuesday. We had all the other panels as well. I wanted to quickly thank all our sponsors. So Agilico, thank you for being a headline sponsor for that day and for the week. Thank you to the wonderful team at Use, Esker, Barclaycard, Basware. We were also joined by PSL, and we were also joined by Good Business Pay. Terry Corby came along as well, who I knew had a great day. He always does. But it was just absolutely superb. So thank you for everybody that attended that event. We have a follow-up event, which is the 14th of June in London. So anybody that couldn't make it for whatever reason and would like to attend, we've got what's called an update event in London. There are a couple of places left, I believe. I've been told this morning. So if you want further details on that, jump on our website, send me an email, and we'll give that detail. So 14th of June, Central London, I believe. It's what's called an AP update. Lots of activity. Elliot, if you're around, bring your little your game, and we'll see if anybody can whack a quote. Right, okay, so let me start to share, if it's okay, a few photos, because we've talked a lot about these cakes and whatever, but I wanted to share and start to share with the world all the stuff that was going on, because it was just phenomenal. So, right, okay, hopefully, Elliot, you can now see my screen. There you go.
Yeah, it's come up. Beautiful.
Right, okay, so let's have a look at this wall of appreciation. Always, everybody's looking, going, no, please don't show my photo. Okay, here we go. Right. Oh God, look at that. We start the wall, and the first thing we see is Mike Pavley's face. That can't be good, can it? That's why I know, yeah, what the hell's going on there? They definitely want to be on here. So look, we had the wonderful team at SSE, led by Sarah Turner. This was amazing. I mean, I don't know if you saw these posts, but the entire office, they dressed up in blue. They had cakes, sweets, chocolates, you name it. I was lucky enough to go up and visit them a few weeks ago. And they just thoroughly got involved. They really did. An amazing effort. The entire weekend day with games, efforts, chocolate, sweets. I don't know if there's any cake baking. I can't see any. But look, Sarah, an amazing job. You can see them some more there. Look, there's the team there themselves, all getting involved. You saw the office, cakes. Oh, there's a cake make. We'll let them off. They've made a cake. They had little goodie bags. So it was like being at a party. Absolutely amazing. Well done, Sarah and the team. Oh, there we go. Let's make you internet famous even more here, Elliot. So there's the great team at Agilico. That was during the forum day. Again, you had prize. There's the game. Look, you see it there on the stand. That was before it just got bashed to hell. But
professional looking team there. Look at them all.
They did. They look very professional. You know, I don't know. Let me just close it down. So perfect. Well done. Lots and lots of activity. The team at Yorkshire Water. They had a game, fun game, where they were asking people to comments. Team at Euro Garages. Who else we got here? If we go down here, there's a cake here. Let's have a look who made this. See that? How creative they are. Strawberries. Who'd have known? So that's a cake from Becky. Well done. Lots
of my favourite ones coming up there.
Yeah,
the blue
you like this one, don't you? So Suzanne, yes, look. Suzanne, it was actually her birthday. She couldn't join us on the day, unfortunately. She was in this here. She was in this camper van. She went to I think it's her first concert or event, a 3-day event, and she purposely bought a camper van. So, and she'd got the corporate blue, very similar to yourself, Elliot. She got involved. And I know she had a superb week. We were talking about it, sort of the event she went was a music event for 3 days. Unfortunately, she couldn't be there. She's one of the most active people in our community, as we have lots of them. She makes cakes, but she also makes little knitted gnomes. Elliot, you've got to see one. I haven't got one in the office. Yeah, so I think they're supposed to be me and Mike, actually, 2 gnomes. He's a lot taller than me, but she does a phenomenal job. But I know that's one of your favourites, Elliot. The team over at EG Group, led by Lubna, really got involved. As you can clearly see there, loads of baking, get involved on the day. 100+ people in the AP team there. So the whole day was taken over, whole week actually. They had activities galore. Well done, Lubna and the team. Great effort as always. I'm leading this down the lines as I've got a big prize to give out. I'm just telling everybody how brilliant they are. Here's a young lady. You'd have heard it, Elliot. On the day, we asked people to participate. And this young lady put her hand up and said, I'm very shy and I don't really want to get involved. And, and then we gave her the microphone and we just couldn't get the microphone back off her. So look, we love our members, and I'm not going to embarrass her by calling her out on here, but she knows who she is. We speak all the time, Marcia, but she was phenomenal. She just loved the opinion. I think next day,
passion, isn't it? We see it at Agilico as well. Our staff are fully passionate in everything they do, and that's all it is. It just oozes out, I think, when you've got the right sort of forum to do it.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Again, I think it was that open forum we had. It was amazing. There's the team from Gillian's team there. We had the truck tire team. Again, Kat went well overboard with cakes galore and prizes, you name it. Lots of cakes there. Here we go as we go down. Maria and the team, Maria Duke, attended. Also took the day before. And one of the things I wanted to do a shout out as well, and we said this on the days, people take their own holiday to come to these events. So it's not as though their organizations sometimes support them, whether it's financially, but they take their own holiday. So a big shout out to a whole bunch of people there on the forum day that had taken a day's holiday to come and engage and get involved. But hopefully it was worth it to them. I think it was. But
the Agilico pads there as well, somebody had taken, and somebody that managed to get one of your elusive moats as well.
There you go. You see, that's it. That's going on eBay later, no doubt. £100. Just loads and loads of activity. A couple of our panel here on the day. Again, well done to Tom, Gillian, Kat, and Nesh. Loads. Look, and again, we'll keep this wall of appreciation going for a month or two on our main website. What I'd suggest you do is jump on, have a look around. There's an ugly mush. There's me. Just loads and loads and loads. Literally, it was full of posts, videos. There's great Daniel talking. Just amazing. There's Stuart and Rebecca. Talking of Stuart, I'm trying to find where if it's come up on the screen.
Further down, I think it is.
Is Stuart? There he is. Look, we can't leave this without having Stuart. Now, I can't play the video. It won't allow me onto the system. But if you've not watched the video, if you've not watched his poem, if you've not watched Stuart dress up, he did his usual thing, the classic poem from the Count. Go watch this. He is an internet star. He should start his own YouTube channel. Look, the week was phenomenal. We really did take over the airways. One of the things we did do, and I just wanted to quickly mention this now, is we also launched the awards. So every year we do the Accounts Payable Association Awards. This year it's the 17th of October, which is APA Con 2023. It's being held in Birmingham. So those tickets go on sale this week. But more importantly, the awards go live. They went live last week. So I wanted to quickly share the actual wall. So if you go onto our website and you look under awards, you will be able to find the award categories now. Again, we have hundreds of nominations. The awards themselves are all about individuals, teams, performances. We have lots and lots of categories, as you'll see on the screen here. So from Team of the Year, and I'll let you into a secret, Elliot. You thought they were quite competitive when they were whacking your game. When it comes to the awards, they're very competitive, and so they should be. Because if I had my way, I'd give a prize out to everybody, an award out to everybody, but we can't. We have a judging panel, so we've got AP Team of the Year, AP Manager of the Year, Digital Transformation Award, Significant Team Achievement, Outstanding Contribution, Rising Star Award, APA Leadership Award, Overcoming Adversity, Employee Engagement Award, Wellbeing for Others. And we've got 2 new awards this year because we're sort of doing a gala dinner, and I'll explain that in a second. APA Key Person of Influence, and I'll explain what that is in a second. And Solution Partner of the Year. So, and you can't nominate yourself, I'm afraid, on this one, Elliot. It has to be nominated by a customer or a member. And again, it's so that our partners feel part of the awards as well. So I'll stop sharing there so we can come back on screen. So look, again, just masses and masses of videos, photos, loads of engagement. In fact, more than we've ever had, which was absolutely superb. In terms of yourself and what you're up to, Elliot, I know that you're not a million miles from our HQ, are you, down on the south coast? So have you got any events coming up, customer events or any events you got coming up in the next 6 months?
We have. I haven't got the dates with me, and thanks for putting me on the spot there, Jamie. I'm not having them. But we are putting together a customer forum for individuals and businesses that have our solutions and ones that don't. looking to hopefully have yourselves attend with us as well.
Yep.
On that particular one, we have a session on the 1st of June. Now I do know about this one. For a larger sort of group-wide demonstration. This is the one where the prize will be given away. So we've already gone through the link and we've already sort of talked about that, but please do come. Got a number of other business initiatives going on. We've got a legal forum where we're running 4 of them this particular year as well, up and down the country. So look, all I can do is encourage everybody to check our website to find the information. So not just about accounts payable, which we're obviously very passionate about as well, but the full breadth of our workplace technology offerings.
Perfect, thank you. And again, so what we'll do to make sure all that information goes into the hub. But I just wanted to comment, so we'd be delighted to come along to one of your events, and it's not a million miles away, so we can always come along to see that. Look, what I wanted to do also is just talk about very quickly some of the partners we work with throughout the week. So we did the live day, we did the first live webinar. The third day we had another webinar. We call them webinars, but it was just a chat really with the wonderful Mary Schaefer, who joined me throughout the week. If you can have a rock star crush, Elliot, my rock star crush in the AP world is Mary. We work closely together, but she's what she doesn't know about AP is not worth knowing. Mary joined me on day 3. We had Rachel Long and Gemma Durham from Breeden and Tarmac, who joined us, and we talked a little bit about the UK to US SOX. So we talked a little bit about what's coming down the road, how that's going to impact businesses. And we took a bit of a diversion. We started talking a little bit about collaboration. Rachel and Gemma work in the same industry. They could be on the face of it competitors, but actually they do collaborate when it comes to best practice around AP, and they shared their journey. And again, it was an excellent story and an excellent chat, really. And I just felt, blessed to be on a call with 3 women for a start, but also the knowledge sharing was exceptional. So all of the sessions that went live last week will be available back on demand. So our team will push those out. They're on our YouTube channel, so they'll be available to everybody to watch back, and they'll be in the hub, which will add some special content in there as well. So that was the third day 3. Day 4, Stuart Griffiths, I'm seeing him in the audience, Mr. Count Dracula. He did a Q&A. He was an interviewer on that day. He had myself and Mary, and he asked us, it felt like 1,000 questions. I think it was only a dozen. And it was really, it got quite personal in parts, where did we start? It got quite funny. One of the questions, Elliot, just so you know, was if my life was a film, what film would it be, and who would play the lead character? Now,
what did you come up with for yourself?
Yeah, but Elliot, I mean, come on. You've met me now in person. It could only be Top Gun, and it had to be Tom Cruise. Now, I'll be honest, I got laughed off the call from Stuart and Mary. I think they both agreed it was Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump. But it was great. Mary was brilliant. Stuart was a brilliant interviewer. So thank you for doing that. It was day 4. Day 5, we wrapped up with a master class from Mary, myself, and a guy called Matt Hammond, and we talked about e-invoicing. We talked about new legislation. So we had a ram-packed week, and one of the things I'd encourage you to do is, if you didn't get to see any of them or all of them, go onto our YouTube channel. There'll be a link below. Go and watch all those playbacks, because they were great. People gave up their time, but their expertise was phenomenal. So thank you for doing that. Wanted to give a shout out to the session we ran on Friday was in collaboration with our partners over at the Shared Service Centre Forum UK, Lindsay, David, and the team. Again, a great event. The Shared Service Centre Forum UK put a week of collaborations together. Friday was the finance day. They've had HR days, IT days, you name it. They had it throughout the week. It was a great week. We enjoyed it. It's a pleasure to work with them. So it was great to be involved with them again. And then ultimately, I wanted to sort of finish on some positives. We had a competition for people who could attend this year's AP conference for 2023, and it was well, as always, it was supposed to be a ticket. It turned into 2 tickets. It's now 2 or 3 tickets. I lost count in the end, Elliot. I can't announce it online here because I think we've reached out to a bunch of people. So we ran a competition live during the week. 2 people came and joined us at the forum who were competition winners. So thank you for attending the live session with us. The winners of the conference tickets and the gala dinner, you will be notified shortly or soon. if you haven't already done so. And the ticket won't only just be for a conference ticket, it will also be for the gala dinner. And because we're feeling generous, as it's the end of a long week, start of a new week, end of a really exceptional, we're going to throw in an overnight accommodation as well. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be in touch very shortly. Look, we've rabbited on, we've shown lots of videos, we've had an exceptional time. Elliot, give us your highlights. Give us your thoughts on your first AP week. You survived it. You've turned the world blue, literally. You've seen some of our audience, even the competitor ones. What have been your highlights?
Yeah, no, it's been a fantastic week. I guess from a highlight perspective, I'm going to go back to the blue camper. That's won it for me. Reason being, by the way, we've got a number of people in the office that have campers as well, and we forgot to do that. So that's definitely something that we'll be looking at doing sort of next week as well, which was absolutely brilliant. The engagement throughout from everybody, as you said, a number of times, such an important department in a business. It's been great to see that. It's been great to hear the challenges. I'll extend again, if people are having challenges with it, want to come and talk to us, please do. Our details are absolutely everywhere. Check out agilico.co.uk. Please do. Big thank you to all the accounts payable departments up and down the nation as well. But I want to highlight one, and that's our own. I want to say a quick big thank you to the Agilico accounts payable department. They know who they are. I manage a number of the suppliers in Agilico around the software perspective, and the job that they do makes my job a lot easier when I'm conversing and sort of speaking to them about it. So again, big heartfelt thanks from myself on that one. But looking forward to the blue being continued all the way through the year as well, not just this week. I think one of the marketing departments said AP weeks not just for Christmas, it's a whole year thing. So we're gonna follow on with that as well, trying to break down some of these challenges.
Yeah, and thank you for those. And it's lovely to hear that, as it's your first time working with the association, coming to an event, and also the first sort of, if you like, AP week. You're right. The number one thing, it's all about celebration. It's all about engagement. It's all about celebrating the world of AP. And I like the way you just said that, actually. It's like, it's not just for Christmas. We work hard. Our industry works hard, exceptionally hard throughout the year. We get very limited recognition until we do events like this. So look, thank you so much to the entire community. Thank you, Elliot, and the team at Agilico for being headline sponsor for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. You got lots of it. You got to go and get yourself a new Whac-A-Mole, if nothing else, and put that on expenses. I'm not going to put all the comments on here, but there's a big one there from Marcia. So Marcia, look, we'll finish off with Marcia's. It was enjoyed it start to finish. Great collaboration, fantastic speakers, hosts, panelists, and participants. Great time. Is really interesting and informative. Kudos to myself and the team. Thank you very much. Sponsor, speaker, panelists, brilliant. Thank you. Look, it's one of those. People say I'm mad personally to go and put ourselves through a whole entire week of activities. But what I love is what we've seen on the screen. It's people getting involved themselves. It's all about the celebration. But it's true what Elliot said, actually. We need to continue that throughout the year. We need to be recognised. We need to have people aware of what we do and the great work we go up to. So thank you to everybody that took part. Thank you to our members who came along live on the day, who also participated in all the webinars. We can absolutely make a difference. We've got loads of events for the plan for the rest of this year. As you know, we've got the updates, which I mentioned, 14th of June. We've got our conference on the 17th of October and the evening of the 17th. Special guests on that one, Elliot. I'd love to tell the audience who they are, but they're going to be dripped out very soon. We've got some really great speakers this year, which is always great. And then we roll forward right to the very end of the year. We've got lots of events planned, and then we're going back to the House of Lords. So again, House of Lords, what bigger place could you ever do? It's basically going to the House of Lords. Little note here from Gemma. Bigger than better AP. We couldn't do that. There you go. I don't know. I love these sessions. It feels like it's self-worth for me. Look, it's thank you, Gemma. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you for everybody. Maria and everybody I can see in the chat. Rachel Long, the competitive one. She definitely will be there at our conference. If you want a conference ticket, have a look on our website. All our members get a conference ticket, I believe, this year with the gala dinner. But have a look at that. If we can help in any way, shape or form, reach out to us individually. Elliot, thank you so much once again for joining me today. We will end things there. We will be planning to do more lives as we go forward. I think they work really well. we'll probably start with some of the early morning lives. So anybody wants to join me at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's just so I can get out of the house. Elliot, you'll feel this one.
I've enjoyed it. So if you need me again at any point, let me know.
Look, you can get out of the house before the children wake up. That's my excuse. Before they have to. You've got a younger family than me, so it's a good excuse. But look, we'd love to have you back on with us, Elliot. Thank you so much. Thank you for the sponsorship. Thank you to all. We'll wrap it up there, and hopefully see you at our conference later in the year. Thank you all. Speak to you soon.
Bye now.